reaching for the phone like you might be there. I still say the space beside my bed, out of habit, out of care. Your name still is in my mouth like a prayer, but I'm learning no mornings without you there. I thought missing you would fade with time, but it's teaching me how deep I loved. I'm learning how to miss it without falling apart, learning how to breathe again with half of my heart. I don't hate you, I just wish things were true. I'm learning how to miss you. The past, the places we once were, and don't start anymore. I'm packing up for memories I can't ignore. Some days I'm strong, some nights I break. Healing isn't linear, it's a mistake. I stopped blaming myself for the ending we know. I gave you my best, no, I give myself too. I'm learning how to miss you without losing my mind, learning how to leave the past where it belongs in time. You were a chapter, not the whole truth. I'm learning how to miss you. Maybe one day I'll hear your name and it won't hurt this way. Maybe love doesn't disappear, but just shape. I'm learning how to miss you and still move on, learning that loving you doesn't mean I was wrong. I'll always remember, but I'll rather stay blue. I'm learning how to miss you. And finally choose me too. I'm learning how to miss you. And finally choose me too. I'm learning how to miss you. And finally choose me too. I wake up reaching for my phone like you might be there. I wake up reaching for my phone. 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 I'm learning how to miss you. I wake up, use me too. I wake up, I'm learning how in all the ways that hurt and called it fate. We said this is just how love feels and stayed. You needed distance, I needed closeness. We kept colliding, trying to force a rhythm. There wasn't a learning. We blamed the timing, we blamed the scars, but never admitted we were too far apart. We loved each other wrong, but held on anyway. We tried to make it right, we used the wrong ways. We meant well, we tried hard, but still lost the fight. We loved each other wrong every night. We shut down, things got heavy, I spoke too much. You wanted quiet peace, I needed your touch. We translated love in different tongues, both feeling unheard, both feeling undone. Love isn't just wanted, it's knowing how. And we didn't learn until it burned us out. We love each other wrong with the best intent. We stayed too long, ignoring the bend. I don't hate you, I don't blame you. You love each other wrong, that's the truth. In another life, maybe we'd fit with less fear and better time. But here and now we broke ourselves trying to be what we were meant to be. We loved each other wrong, but the love was real. Sometimes that hurts more than how you feel. I'll carry the good and let go of the pain. We love each other wrong, I still am grateful we tried. Not every love is meant to last. I was always second guessing where I stood. You said I was important, but never the one you choose. I fit your nights but not your plans, your lonely hours, not your hand. I gave you loyalty, you gave me maybe. I waited in the background while you looked ahead. I loved you like a promise, you loved me like a bet. I was never your choice, just your option to stay. You kept me around, but pushed me away. I gave you my heart, you gave me a pause. I was never your choice, just someone you lost. You came to me when you were empty, left when you were full. You used my love like therapy, then broke the rule. I should have seen the distance in the way you touched. I was never your future, just a crush. Time just proved you were never mine. I was never your choice, just your in-between. Not the one you would fight for, just someone convenient. You held me close, was never your choice, but I choose to leave. I won't stay where love is ration to me. You lost someone real, you lost someone true. I was never your choice, but you feel it too.
We were talking about forever, like it had a shape. You smiled like you believed it, and walked away. The room still echoes what I said that night in June. You closed the door before I finished loving you. I thought we were a story still being written through, but you ended the chapter before I knew you. You left me mid-sentence, half a goodbye. I'm still waiting for answers. You never replied. You took the ending with you, left me confused. You left me mid-sentence, and I'm still talking to you. I replay the conversation, searching for signs, trying to find the moment you changed your mind. Did I love too honestly, say too much, or were you already gone before we touched? I was planning my future, you were planning your escape. I thought silence was patience, but it was too late. You left me mid-sentence without a sound. Now every unfinished thought hunts me down. Between words I thought were true. You left me mid-sentence and broke me in two. If love is a language, you start speaking mine. If endings need courage, you left me behind. I would've listened, over honesty. You left me mid-sentence, no period, no end. I'm stuck in the moment you chose to forget. If you ever come back looking for truth, you left me mid-sentence, still in love with you. Last day when loving you got heavy, when nights felt cold. I stayed when you stopped choosing me, and I still hoped. You said you needed time to heal. I gave you mine, I gave you space, I gave you trust. You gave me signs. I ignored the warnings, I ignored the truth, because walking away meant walking without you. I stayed when you let go, I fought when you quit. I held us together with my fingertips. You dropped the rope, I refused to fall. I stayed when you let go, and lost it all. You smiled like nothing was wrong while I was breaking down. I memorized the way your love was slowly running out. I carried all the weight for us until I cracked. You watched me drowning almost and never reached back. I kept hoping you'd wake up and choose me again, but hope can't survive when love doesn't defend. I stayed when you let go, when your heart checked out. I begged for effort, you gave me doubt. You said I'm trying, but never showed. I stayed when you let go and paid the cost. Love shouldn't feel like proving you're worth the pain. Love shouldn't feel like begging someone to stay. I lost myself trying to save what you already left behind. Now I'm picking up pieces of a heart that was too kind. I stayed when you let go, but I won't anymore. I learned that love shouldn't feel like war. If staying means breaking and leaving means hope, I stayed when you let go. Now I let go. This time I choose me. We used to talk until the sunrise. Now you don't reply. You're busy, feels like a goodbye that you won't say out loud. I stare at my phone like it owes me something true. Every second without your name feels like losing you. I keep making excuses for the distance you chose, but my heart knows the answer, even if my mouth won't say it. Your silence is louder now than your love ever was. Every unanswered message, it's harder than words. You don't have to leave me, you already did somehow. Your silence is louder now
trying. I keep asking, are we okay? You say it too fast, that's the sound of someone letting go of the past.
Your silence is louder now than the fights we had. I'd rather hear the truth in this space between us crack. You don't scream or hurt me, you just shut me out. Your silence is louder now.
If you don't love me anymore, just say it straight. I can't survive the truth, I can't survive the wait. I'm tired of guessing, tired of pretending that I'm fine when you're quiet is killing me, one night at a time.
Your silence is louder now than goodbye could be. You erased us slowly so you wouldn't bleed. I still hear your voice in the quiet somehow, but your silence is louder now.
Say nothing.
You already have. You said my name like it meant something, like it would last. You held my face like you were certain about the past. But every promise had an ending I couldn't see. You built a future in my head, then walked from me. I missed your comfort for commitment and stayed too long. You were just passing through my heart, I was all in from the start. You loved me temporarily, like a song you play once. I loved you permanently, like the air in my lungs. You needed moments, I needed fervor. You needed space, I needed trust. You loved me temporarily, and it destroyed us. You said you didn't mean to hurt me, but you still did. You closed the door without explaining what I missed. I blame myself for asking questions, wanting truth, while you were already done before I knew. I stayed loyal to, or maybe you stayed free. I was building roots, you were learning how to leave. You loved me temporarily, like a late night call. I loved you dangerously, like I lose it all. You wanted feelings without weight, I wanted real, not just enough. You loved me temporarily. If love was a game, you never told me the rules. I gave you my heart, you gave me excuses and wounds. Maybe someday you'll miss what you couldn't hold. I hope it doesn't hurt like this, growing old alone. You loved me temporarily, and I felt it too late. I stayed hoping you'd change. You stayed until you escaped. I won't beg for a love that's afraid to stay. You love me temporarily, I loved you anyway. I'm learning to choose. choose what chooses me. stopped trying, stopped touching before goodbye. Our kisses felt like borrowed time, and we both knew why. You looked through me like I was already gone. I stared back hoping you'd stay. We were standing in ruins, calling it okay. We kept saying we're fine, like lies could heal. But love doesn't survive when it stops feeling real. We broke before we ended, died while still alive, smiling for the damage, pretending we survived. The ending was just paperwork, the truth came earlier. We broke before we ended, and I felt it every tear. You slept beside me miles away, even when you were near. I memorized your breathing just to feel you here. We argued like strangers, loved like a habit, held on to pieces we couldn't salvage. I asked if you were happy, you said I don't know. That was the moment I should have let go. We broke before we ended, lost before we left, gave each other reasons to love less and less. The goodbye was merciful compared to the truth. We broke before we ended, when we stopped choosing us. I miss the version of you that needed me, and I miss the version of me who believed if love is a language, we forgot how to speak, and silence said everything. We were too weak to repeat. We broke before we ended, we broke before the door. The pain just took its time to hit the floor. I still love the memory, but not the fight. We broke before we ended, and that's why goodbye felt right. Some endings don't need words, just true. I gave you all my quiet nights and my loudest fears. I held your hand through every doubt, through every tear. You said my heart was safe with you, you said I was home. But safety broke the moment I was loving alone. I kept turning down my pain so you wouldn't hear while you turned away. Every time I got too near, I loved you louder than you loved me. I screamed while you whispered back. I built us dreams in my heartbeat. You barely unpacked. I fought for us when you got tired. You chose easy instead. I loved you louder than you loved me, and now I'm loving regret.
You smiled like everything was fine while I was breaking inside. I learned how to read your silence like it was a lie. You needed space, I needed
too hard. Maybe your heart was never mine. From the start I would have chosen you again, even though in the end that's the curse of loving deeply. You don't know when to bend. I loved you louder than you loved me, and silence won the fight. You found peace in letting go. I lost sleep every night. If loving you was losing me, then I finally see I loved you louder than you loved me. Now I would choose me. I'm learning how to be quiet and finally free. You left your jacket on the back of the chair, like you were coming home. Your coffee cup still waits by the sink, like I'm not alone. I talk to the walls like they answer me back, like they know your name. Every room still sounds like you, and I stay the same. I replay your voice in my head just to feel okay, but it fades like the light at the end of the day. Ghosts don't say goodbye, they just disappear. Leave you home in silence where love used to be here. You promised forever, they've been vanished from the sight. Ghosts don't say goodbye, they just haunt every night. Your shadow still walks beside me, down the streets we knew. I laugh at things you'd laugh at, like I'm still with you. You name it, a song I can't stop hearing on repeat. I try to move forward, but you pull me back with every memory. I delete our photos and restore them again. I'm losing the fight, I'm losing the end. Ghosts don't say goodbye, they just disappear. Leave a love shaped silence and a heart full of fear. You swore you would stay, but you went from a light. Ghosts don't say goodbye, that's just hard inside. If you're happy now, do you think of me, or was I just a chapter you need? I wanna play for you, I wanna stay, but you chose leaving. Oh well, love, that was brave. Ghosts don't say goodbye, they don't explain. They leave broken promises etched in pain. If loving you is dying, then I'm out for life. Ghosts don't say goodbye, they just survive inside. I still save your name, like you might reply. Ghosts left your jacket on a back with a jacket. You left your just to find. You left her